Welcome back to the Summer League Basketball Coaches Show, Summer League Media Day on Monday this week, and all of the coaches from around the league brought into Sioux Falls in the Summer League offices. We get to sit down with them as well, and we get into the top half. This is the media poll, the sports information poll, the preseason poll. Western Illinois has been a great program to watch over the last several years. Yep. Steamer. They're picked fifth, right in the middle of the league. That's where they finished at 8-8 last year.
Well, I think the thing, and as we're going to visit with Coach Gravina about it, I think Western Illinois on the women's side has the most unique system. You know, the style of play, the way they've really implemented their matchup zone, the way he recruits to a specific style and looks for that specific type of player, and they've experienced a ton of success. They're always a dangerous team to play, and I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a team that loves to score and get up and down the floor, I'd say Coach Gravina's got the team for you.
Yeah, you don't want to go to Macomb and have to win a game. Let's bring in head coach J.D. Gravina. We were just talking about how long you've been there, J.D., and your bio here says in 7 years at the helm, he has transformed the Leathernecks into one of the highest powered offenses. And we know that about your team, but do you like being known as that team that can really go out and score over the years?
Yeah, I mean, I think I have a reputation as an offensive coach, which obviously leads people to think I'm a really bad defensive coach, which is partially true, so it's a good fit.
All right, talk about what you got coming back. We've talked to everybody about what's gone, and you lose a really good player, and you've lost great players over the last several years. But Taylor Higginbotham is really the one player, averaged 16 points a game last year, that you're doing without this year, right?
Yeah, I mean, we will definitely miss Taylor. We'll miss her leadership. We'll miss her rebounding and obviously her scoring and shooting. It will be nice. You know, the previous year we lost 6 of our top 7 with Taylor the only one returning. So that was a big challenge, I think, for her to help kind of move our team forward. And, boy, we started off really bad in the non-conference, and I thought it was one of the most improved teams I've coached. We had a lot of good young kids that got a lot of experience, and I really hope that's going to pay off this year.
Coach, Sam Pryor missed last year with an injury, and you typically are not a team with a ton of size, but she's a 6-foot body. She's going to be a redshirt junior. Are you looking to her to bring back some of her ability and utilize her size to help you guys out?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, we were so undersized last year, and part of that was kind of some tough losses in recruiting, a couple injuries, and just kind of where our experienced players. But I think we're going to go from an incredibly undersized to a good-sized team. I think Sam will come in. We've got quite a few players in that 5'11" to 6-foot range. You know, Sam being one of those. Carla Flores was also injured. She's a good physical 5'10" guard. And then we've got Evan Zars coming in, a 6'2" post player from St. Louis University that transferred in, will be eligible right away. So now that makes players like Danny Nichols, players like Grace Gilmore, who kind of had to hold down the fort as our bigger, more athletic players, now they can kind of play more of their true natural positions.
Yeah, taking a look at some of those players you're talking about here, Coach. There's Grace Gilmore at 5'10". You got Kyra Washington coming up here, is going to be a senior. And then we'll get to Danny Nichols, who was the freshman of the year last year.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely have some depth last year. And really all those kids, I mean, I was talking to Dan the other day. At the beginning of the year, she had games she didn't even get in. And so she showed so much improvement throughout the year. And all those kids have now improved that next step. And we went from being incredibly inexperienced to honestly pretty experienced with our top 5 or 6 kids.
Well, Coach, the nice thing about that added length and versatility is it makes you a better defensive team. It allows you to be interchangeable in that matchup zone and be a little bit more formidable and keep the ball in front of you. So it sounds like you've got good reason for optimism. And you know what? Maybe being in that 5 spot is just fine. It allows you to take some pressure off the young ladies and get out and get after it and see what happens early in the season.
Yeah, I mean, I think that defensively we're going to be way better, like you said, just with our height and athleticism. You know, Grace Gilmore is kind of playing that basket spot when Olivia Brown left, and, you know, she took about 70 charges on the year, probably led the NCAA if they'd keep track of that. But she was just so undersized. It was hard to rebound out of that position, hard to guard. And now that we have a couple kids that I think can step in and do that, we've got more length on our wings, and we've got a more experienced team in that zone. I think defensively we'll take a step in the right direction. You're right, 5th is about where I thought we'd be. I mean, I think this was the clearest year in the conference poll. I mean, we're so good on the top end as a league with the South Dakota schools, and I think Denver's going to be really good. And then us and Oral Roberts kind of, I think, in that middle tier, both trying to step up into that top tier. So I think it should be an interesting year.
All right, JD, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot for joining us here. And as he said, Western Illinois can be one of those dangerous teams that you really don't want to go play in Macomb if you got to pick up a win, but a lot of scoring coming back. for Western Illinois. When we come back, we will get into the top 4 in the Summer League preseason poll, talk about the women from Oral Roberts University.